Much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Yellow, 180! Yellow!
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Yellow! Let's go, Lou, Eddie!
Right here.
Hey, 43, 15.
45.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Showing it. Hey, I got him. That's me.
Here we go.
He can run for it, and he will. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. He may try and run for this. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. The field goal would have been a pretty decent length, but I'm still kind of surprised they didn't kick it.
Yeah, I know, because you think you take the 3 there, trust him, but at the same time, if you can't pick up a few inches in this situation, you probably don't deserve to win the game anyway. Go get it, and they did.
Check. Watch 54. You can't block me.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. From the 24, Murray airing it out. Look, a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
I don't listen. Let's go, Lord.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here I come. Shift.
Attack.
80 weapon.
First time.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Come on now. Let's go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. It's caught by Davis. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. On second down, Williams. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Yellow. I go, Willie.
Here we go.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On second and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. He's going to get it running right. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And a penalty flag is down here. The kick no good, but they may have sold out a bit too much for the block. Looked like they made contact with him on the follow-through. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flag tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 27, Murray, and that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He completes it to Julio Jones. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now, here we go on 4th down with Murray. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Williams. And he'll go down at the 28. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
15.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Deidrin Sanat with a sack.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's got his man. That's Hardman. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't need to. All 80.
I got you. I got you, son.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get a second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check.
They get it to him running left. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Mahomes going to throw. This is caught, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Now Murray off play action. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 30 on 2nd down, Mahomes completes it to Davis. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And an alley to run. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
At the Falcons' 30-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Incomplete. Coverage by Keanu Neal.
On 4th down, on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Switch. Wall, get wall. Bang.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they?
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 48 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 25-yard line.
Shift! Watch the shift! Switch! Switch! Hey, watch it! Watch it! Check safety! Check safety!
Murray now on 1st down. Short throw underneath to Hurst. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the